Here's your winning coach right there, Mr. Culture Installation himself, Movember Mike, alongside Drake May in his Rivalries color jersey, sitting at the Thursday night desk with Carissa, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Tony Gonzalez, Whitworth, Richard Sherman, a whole cast of thousands in the end zone in front of some of the fans that were overjoyed tonight following the Patriots' 27-14 win. Andy, one of the things, it's not the sexiest or most dynamic word to use, but one of the things that I feel like Mike Vrabel has such a great handle on is perspective. He really, I think just from however he was raised to where his NFL career was and or was going before he got to New England, then the success he had here, then getting shipped out of town, and then having to climb the coaching ranks, then getting a shot and getting almost all the way to the top of the mountain, offering to remove parts of his body for a win as a head coach after 3 Super Bowl championships as a player, getting canned, getting a second chance where he played and experienced so much success. He really has a good grasp on how special this is, how sudden it is, how it probably wouldn't happen anywhere else, and just what a prime opportunity this team has.
Well, and I think it's a lot of his experiences. If you go back to him as a player, it's a backup, it's a special teamer who then gets to New England, gets an opportunity, and by 2007 is an all-pro caliber player with Super Bowl rings and a leader, and he's catching touchdowns. But he started out as a nobody in the National Football League, an absolute nobody, worked his way up to somebody, making plays, rings. Same thing for coaching. He goes back to Ohio State. He's a college coach, a position coach, and works his way up the ranks. He's an NFL assistant, an NFL coordinator. Like, I don't think it's an accident that his path has seen him reach levels where he can appreciate all of it. Like, he can look at every player on this team and say, hey, you, 53rd player, I was you. Hey, you, all-pro, I was also you. Mm-hmm. And all y'all in the middle, I got from there to there by being all of you. Like, there's a shared experience kind of thing there, and the same thing with coaches, right? He's been the grunt coach, he's been the nobody coach, and then he's been the AFC title game with the Tennessee Titans kind of coach. So I think, and I don't want this to turn into a comparison or a shot, but Gerard Mayo was a top 10 pick who was an all-pro. He was the next Ray Lewis, got $50 billion. I'm exaggerating, but a second big contract. And then he was a coach only at the NFL level, only for 5 years. Boom, he's a head coach, and he's like, it's not his fault. I don't fault him, but there's a little bit of Gerard Mayo kind of was born on third base in football, where Mike Vrabel rounded the entirety of the bases, if that makes sense. And I think that helps him give perspective to every step along the way.
I don't think Gerard Mayo knew what he didn't know. I don't think Gerard Mayo knew what to expect. I think he thought it would come a lot easier. Not to say that anything that he experienced pre-college at University of Tennessee or in the NFL was something that he thought was just going to come. I'm sure he had a devil of a work ethic. I'm sure he was obviously, there was that 2011 clip we played last year on the radio and on the podcast about how they used to didn't they call him Gerard Belichick?
Yes.
Yeah, in 2011, they knew this was a coach in training, that he had that kind of study, that kind of work ethic, that kind of focus. And it didn't pay off because he just hadn't put in the time. Whereas Vrabel has, this is a great, even though this team is just like all of a sudden, just like literally like through flash powder or the wonder of magic just appeared out of nowhere, which is why you continue to see on TikTok and Instagram, especially of all social medias, videos of other fans going, this isn't fair. I hate this. My God, why? Only 5 years and now they're back, and they might be back for another 5, 10, 15 or more. It's, Vrabel gets this isn't how it's supposed to be, but, just because this is how it's happened doesn't mean you apologize for it. You just appreciate it with, again, the gratitude and perspective that he has shown.
I also think he's a genuine person, and he connects to people, and he's comfortable. That's another word that I think, comfortable in his own skin, comfortable with his own actions, comfortable going with what he thinks is right in the moment, and that he has a reason for it, or whatever, whether it's analytics or gut or everything in between, experience. Yeah, he's got a knack for it. He really does. Like there is a natural leader in him, which is why people talked about him as a natural leader, as a player, and could he be a coach someday, and all of that. And then you mix in the right experiences and the right opportunities to work with certain people and learn from them, and I think you have a good coach. And some of it's probably luck. Like some of it's probably luck, honestly. Is there some good fortune with how when he crossed paths with Stephon Diggs, and Stephon Diggs hasn't always been what Stephon Diggs is right now for the New England Patriots.
Oh man, tonight was, if I may say, maybe his second best night for the Pats.
Was really good
Next to the Buffalo game. Next to the Buffalo game.
And by the way, and I say this in all seriousness, congratulations. According to the social medias, Cardi B has given birth to their child. So,
oh, you're kidding.
According to TMZ, so I probably should say that. I have no idea whether it's true or not, but yes, that he one of his 4 children that are coming right now was born. So congratulations.
Hell of a game to have when you become a new father. How about that?
Yep, absolutely. But
wow.
No, some of
so
it's good
he,
fortune.
much like Cardi B, delivers on a Thursday night. There you go, Andy. And why don't we have a post game show that goes past midnight? Whether the Pats, like we say in the promo, whether we celebrate or commiserate, we do it together. But we have a post-game show that goes well after midnight for a game that ends at 11:15 for people like Line 1, Justin, who's in Lot 55 and wants to connect with us and talk a little Mike Vrabel. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I am literally. I hope this guy has a Dom steak tip in one hand or a cold sausage guy sausage and a Bud latte in the other as he calls in. Justin, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how you doing? Long-time listener, first-time caller. I'm sitting here in Lot 55. I got a Italian sub in one hand and a Michelob Ultra in the other.
Nice.
I just want to say I think fucking Mike Vrabel's got this.
Right. Damn it, Justin.
We're going for the record. I'm telling you. I don't know what the record is, but we're shooting for it.
What are we, 3 for 3?
That's a lot going on.
The second caller didn't get there, but it was trending that way.
It was.
It
was definitely.
We pulled out before, properly.
Yep. Zach, quick question. Can our system handle another one of those, or do we have to avoid calls for a while?
Our system can handle another one.
All right, there
Bring
we go.
it on.
But eventually the computer's going to be like, F-bomb integrity at 20%, Captain.
Yeah, the delay system's just going to explode.
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, he's not wrong. I mean, he's talking like a true fan. The guy is literally sitting in the parking lot. It's 12:17 at night. He's waiting for traffic to dilute so he can have a decent ride home. Hopefully somebody else is actually behind the wheel. And like you said, he had an Italian sub in one hand and a Mick Ultra in the other.
Interesting mix there, by the way. So an Italian sub and a Mick Ultra because you're watching your figure. Okay, whatever. It's Lot 55 at 12:15. What do I care? Patriots won.
What do you expect? Yeah, oh my God, that's just as spectacular. I mean, we didn't even get his Mike Vrabel point because
he's effing awesome.
He's
something.
Exactly. Something like that as well. So, do you? This the best. This is why we do this. Do you believe, Andy, that tonight's game? I'll put it this way. Did it help Drake May's MVP campaign? Did it detract from it, or did it or was it mostly neutral?
I would say mostly neutral. I do think the lack of statistics could hurt him at some point because Matthew Stafford has whatever it is, 25 touchdowns now or 27 touchdowns, and as I said, 3 straight games with at least 4, 5, 4, and 4, and he's not doing that numbers wise, but. Anybody that's watching it, actually, you know what? I could take that back because this is a national game where most of the football world is watching. If you looked on your Twitter feed, you're getting a lot of national, Warren Sharp and those types are going play-by-play, kind of living the game along with you, which normally is just Patriots media and Patriots fans. So maybe they watched it and did see the artistic form that is Drake May, even if he didn't put up 4 touchdowns and 300 yards. And also, he could have had better numbers if Mac Hollins catches that deep ball. There were a couple of plays that could have been made for him. I'll stick with neutral. I don't think he did any damage, and it was a little bounce back because last week, if there was one thing, it was what was it, 58% completion percentage or something
Yeah.
last week? It was
When
low.
when they especially in the second half when they started flooding the zone.
So back up this week to 73%, or putting up some good numbers, and so I think it's neutral. I think he is still very much a top candidate for MVP.
Drake May on the evening, Andy, was 25 of 34 for 281 passing yards and 1 touchdown. And on the ground, as we refresh our statisticals here, he was your 3rd leading rusher with 2 yards.
Yes. Well, not
So,
really. That's not fair
yeah.
because the kneel downs are in there. He lost 3
he lost a
or
couple
2.
yards. So he would have had a few yards as well. I don't think that tonight did anything to detract from his
Nope.
MVP candidacy by any stretch. He's certainly the MVP of this team. He's going to continue to be mentioned in the MVP debate and race as well. I think maybe if he had one more passing touchdown, like if the national audience on Amazon Prime Video got to see him throw for over 3 and dominate the Jets and have 2 or 3 passing touchdowns, whereas Travion Henderson stole a little spotlight from him tonight.
But I
that
also
may have
think
enhanced things. But
the plays, tomorrow, all the morning shows are going to be showing, I think, that sequence we were talking about earlier, the step-up throw, flick it down the field, and then the roll right, and, I'm going to go, I'm not going to go, here you are, and kind of that late pass. You will see those, I'm going to say 30 times tomorrow. You will see those on television, ESPN and FS1 and all those shows, NFL Network. You will see those a lot. And
Kyle Brandt and the Good Morning Football crew just like, oh, look at this. It's not fair. Why is this kid only 22 starts into his NFL career? He's already doing this. Oh, you're in trouble, league. The Pats are putting everyone on notice. Yes, sir. Before we go to break.
Just real quick, I also am enjoying, I don't know if you've noticed this, he answers the MVP question the same way with just a slight alteration at the end. Last week, he was asked, Patriots fans are in Tampa chanting MVP. What'd you think of that? Well, they might have been talking for Baker because Baker's been great this year too. But this week it was, Patriots fans at Gillette Stadium chanting MVP. What'd you think? I think they were talking about Travion. He had 3 touchdowns tonight. He had a great game. I'm interested that he puts it on somebody else every week. Who's it going to be next week? They play Cincy and they're chanting MVP. Oh, they might have been talking about Jamar Chase or something because he's one of the great receivers in the game. Just a pleasure to compete with him. He is so
country differential.
It's so good.
I know.
It's so good. And then to have Will Campbell butt his head in, and the tone. I don't know if you noticed this. The whole tone of Drake May's voice changed. Oh, man, get out of here, Rook. And then he, composed himself and got back to, I'm at a press conference and I have to use my big boy voice at the podium.
I like hearing Drake May, I like hearing, like Drake May, the overgrown kid.
Oh, yeah. No,
I do. I really like hearing that.
No.
I like the joy in his voice. Yeah.
And that came out a little bit. The answer that was dead honest. It sounds funny, but it's dead honest. When did you have trust in Stephon Diggs and the other veteran receivers? Middle school, when they were in the NFL and I was watching them and I realized their trust. That's real. He was in middle school and they were probably in the NFL. There's truth to that. I know they're good. I've been watching them since I was in middle school. Of course I'm going to throw to them.